Hi guys, welcome to the Art Shack. So what I want to do today is just show you the Tomtom ones that I have for sale. There's two versions of them. One is the USA only, the other one is USA and Canada. I actually have a UK and Ireland one as well on the listings if you're just going around the UK. Basically, what I want to do is show you how it works, show you actually working. This one here is holding a charge, and it's also picked up the satellites. Of course, you can't actually plan any routes in the UK, but as you can see, the reason it's green there with a little blue symbol is because it's actually picking up the satellites. And I'll show you that now. Actually, I'll show you the satellites. There we go. Let's have a little look. There we are, and that's all the satellites is picking up. Basically, when you go to the USA, when you're inside the terminal of the airport, you cannot pick up a satellite signal. There's things there that dampen the field, so you can't do it. What happens is, say you're about a mile outside the airport, then all the satellites start kicking in, and you can get a signal. One of the things that the guys who are trying to sell you stuff for Avis or any other car rental firm, what they do is they'll stand there and go, oh yeah, let's have a look at it then, and then show you that they can pick up a signal, and then sell you their devices obviously at a premium, and they get a commission off it. So don't be fooled into that. Don't give them the piece of equipment that you've got. That's not how it works. I use these things all the time. I use them all over the USA, and whenever I get in there, as soon as I leave the airport, they kick in and they work. Okay, so I mean a little bit about where they come from. I buy them from all over the USA. I have a friend called Tom who lives in Sarasota. They're all shipped to him. What Tom does then is he drives around with them for a little bit, make sure they're okay, make sure they're all working, and then he ships them over to me then, and I update them all, spend hours and hours updating them off the TomTom website. They all have a one-time update, as well as map share, and map share is the most important thing about it, because any changes that happen on the roads, especially if you're in Florida at the moment, because Disney Springs has just been remodeled. We were there last year when the roads were kind of all over the place, so all that's been updated on them. One thing about sat navs or GPS systems, as you're well aware of, they ain't infallible. You know, they might take you down a road that you don't want to go. They might all of a sudden not know where they are. All that kind of stuff that happens on them. They happen on the UK. They happen to all the sat navs. That's why you have big signs saying, if you're going down this road with a GPS, you're down the wrong road. Okay, so bear that in mind. They're not infallible. They will take you where you want to go. Just make sure you're aware of your surroundings when you're driving around, especially in the USA. You don't want to go off on the wrong junction and end up somewhere you don't want to be. Okay, so we've had a little look at the satellites. We've had a little look. This one, like I said, this one here is quite happily got a nice charge in it. I updated these about a week ago, and this one here has still got the charge in it. Okay, so what happens? I send them to you. You get to the USA. For some reason, it doesn't work. It can happen. They are absolutely fine. I would say keep them plugged in all the time when you're there. So keep the power supply that you've got. Make sure you've got a good quality power supply. Make sure it's connected, and it's connected in at all times on the unit. Because you don't want to just be driving on a road and all of a sudden it loses its charge because you haven't charged it up, and then all of a sudden you don't know where you are. Okay, but if it doesn't work when you get there, what happens? You give me a call. What I do is go to the TomTom website. Quite easily we can track, because all our devices are connected to TomTom. We can track where you've been, what the usage is, where you are at any point. If we're satisfied that you're not using it, it is dead in some way, then obviously go to Walmart, get a new one, and then when you get home, then I'll transfer the money back through PayPal for the new one for you as soon as I receive that back there. Okay, so not ideal, I know. It's never happened. I've never ever had to pay for a sat nav in Walmart as yet. Okay, and I've sold hundreds of these things. You can go back on my listings and have a little look. These ones, the little TomTom ones, are great. I've got some of the bigger ones, some TomTom XLs and the TomTom V3, which is the boxier one. I've got all those as well. The only thing that this doesn't come with a power supply, and it doesn't come with the mount. And the reason it doesn't come with a power supply is because the power supplies that you get off eBay, if they're like generic ones, you know, the cheap ones, don't even go there and buy them because they blow in the car and all that kind of stuff. And what I don't want to do is supply a cheap power supply to you, and then it doesn't work. Most people will have some sort of car charger. If they've ever had any sort of like mobile device in their car, they'll have something there that will be able to be used. So if you get a USB with a mini port on it for these, you can just get one of the little in-car chargers and plug the USB side of it into there, and that will work as well. So that's basically what it does. Like I said, what I've done as well is just going to go in there. Bear in mind that these units as well are, you know, being pre-loved, pre-used. So I'm just going to go to navigate to, I'm going to go to favourites. There we are. We've just got a couple of favourites on there. I don't think I finished updating this one. But just to let you know, when I do them, you can use these in any state in America and Canada. You can use them anywhere. But what I do is I update them with the Epcot as its starting point, as its homepage, just so I can put some Disney stuff in for people. Most of these people with Disney to buy them. I know that I get asked questions about Wyoming the other day, California. Yes. Any state in the USA, you'll be able to use this. All right. And if you've got any questions at all, or you need anything at all, I do have a couple of mounts, a couple of chargers in stock at the moment, which I can supply to you. I think they're about £6 for the two of them, which is a great deal for a genuine Tomtom charger. The mounts tend to be quite generic, but do you know what? If you want them, I can certainly supply them. Otherwise, if you've got any other questions at all, just let me know, okay?